Two quick things that I didn't talk about that are important is, first of all, attire, how you dress for an interview. And I really don't want, I'm not going to do the spiel on the whole attire, but really, guys, it's pretty simple. For most interviews, unless you're told specifically otherwise, it's a suit and tie, unless they tell you, don't worry about it, come in casual clothing, business casual, that's fine. Never go to a job. It'd be a rare circumstance where you go to a job unless you're on site at a facility doing something where you wear casual clothing. So, and typically the suit color would be darker, so it'd be a navy suit or a charcoal suit, as opposed to, let's say, a light tan or a light green suit or a white suit, because that would just look silly. A conservative tie, nothing that really gives away. Don't wear a tie that says TCU, 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 TCU. You know, don't get that tie. Or something really conservative. Have your shoes polished. A belt. Everything fits right. So just be pretty standard with that. And I'll tell you, you can go to, heck, just go to any store. They'll take care of you. Trust Bank, Men's Warehouse. They'll just hook you up with everything you need. They'll fit it and do everything. And for women, some of the biggest factors, and I don't know all the factors, but some of the factors that I've heard my colleague talk about would be, I guess heel size is important. Please don't wear 4 or 5 inch heels to an interview. I guess that looks odd. So keep the heel to a reasonable size. No more than 5 pieces of jewelry, or she said 4 pieces of jewelry, I'm sorry, and the earrings count as 1 and 2. So those would be things to consider. Traditionally, for a woman in a professional business attire it would be a skirt suit. And when you wear a skirt suit, you would wear pantyhose. And yes, they still sell pantyhose, and yet they do. Now, I understand there's pantsuits out there. Now, you have to consider who's the company you're interviewing with. Is it a company that seems pretty well established? Is their management team significantly more mature, so you may want to be more conservative? Or is it a company that seems pretty young and fresh, and where you can be a little more creative with how you dress? Are you in fashion merchandising? Well, that would probably influence what you wear to an interview. We always tell people to be really conservative, though. Another comment we get a lot of times on women attire is making sure to wear a blouse that's not too low cut. And so make sure that it's a high-cut shirt, and that way you're less likely to have any negative perceptions come out. And the same thing with the guys, keeping the color of the suit really neutral. And that's it on attire. And then the last thing is, what do you think about thank you notes? Should you send a thank you note, or should you not? Should you email it, or should you send it? So, it'd be best if you could write handwritten thank you note. Always best, always. If you're able to get that back to the interviewer, go back, write it after the interview. Go out to your car, write it, go back in, give it to the receptionist. Great. Do not put $20 in there. Do not put a candy bar on it. Just thank you. In your thank you letter, I really enjoyed talking about, and then put something specific that you talked about so they know that you didn't pre-write it, that you wrote it afterwards. Now, if you don't have any other option except to send an email, certainly do send the email. But we've gotten feedback from employers that they've hired one candidate over another because they got a thank you letter from this one and not from this one.